We've been there before. The charts are dumping. The community is exit liquidity. The X community seems swell. They deleted it. It doesn't exist anymore.
Do you really expect me to build community on this bot like...
Fuck that. Type CTO this before any pump.fun link and let's get to work. CTO this. No more weird Telegram links. No more deleted ex-cops. CTO this is here to stay.
So what about the holders, you ask? What do the holders of CTO this get?
Holders, simply type in CTO. There, back to your phantom wallet. After you connect, you will see a world full of interplay analytics. From the live activity feeds to rate analytics from CAs from all across the board to X-Space analytics to who's talking, who's voting on what, why they're voting on things. X community analytics. How many people have created X communities is a new where the market cap is. The messages is going on currently in the chat. The raids that are going on. Endless information to make sure that you are profitable as much as possible, and being the inner circle that nobody in the world has.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Warren. I'm the actual CEO and developer of CTO USE.THISPUMP.fun. This was an idea that I wanted to do to just help the trenches get back on track. So allow me to walk you through on how this works. Now, what I'll first do is start off by going, well, to pump.fun. As you know, this is meme central for some of the, well, craziest memes that hits the internet that goes literally from 3,000 to multi-millions of market cap. And let me give you an example how this utility, this tech works. Let's say hypothetically you're in this particular contract here. Well, if you need to CTO it, and let's say the dev or the team behind it decides to trash the XCOM, or let's say it's on decks to get CTO'd and the XCOM now gets trashed, so whatever happens, right? There's no source. Sometimes even with Telegram channels, something happens. You go to the Telegram, sometimes there's scam links. Sometimes, you know, the people are not really pushing it. There's FUD in there. There's a lot of crazy shit. So people need essentially a central unit where they can communicate. And unfortunately, PumpFun is not doing it because it's bot central here. It's Indian bot Jeet central here, as we all know. So simply, all you got to do is type in CTO this right before pump.fun. CTO this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so you guys can see it. Go to the front. And just type in CTO this and enter. Simple as that. Once you get there, you'll get a small captcha. We got that set up so that way users won't be spammed. People hate spam. Alright. Boom. And now you're in. The market cap is set up for you right here, so you can always see the market cap, the hourly volume. You can memorize that if that's too much. Have a simple chat layout here, so you can simply have conversations with the community. Hey guys. My bad. How's it going? So chat's there, active. You can communicate instantly. You also have the ability to shill. If you want to say a message on Twitter, sure, you know. Loot coin going to millions. Boom. You could also copy the CA address. You could post to X right here, and it'll literally copy this message along with your CA address to a shell post. Of course, if you're out there and this situation is CTO'd, or you're CTOing the CTO, you might need to pay DEX. This DEX is right there for you. Simple as that in the iframe. Then we also have the old school tactics of writing posts. People forgot how to actually advertise on crypto Twitter. I hate to sound old, but back in my day, we used to be on Telegram, and we all as a community would raid specifically one post to have 30, 40, 50, maybe 100, maybe 200 reposts to really push out the coin. And honestly, X communities don't give us that. So you can simply go to raid post. You can create a post. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you name it, and then just hit start raid. From there, everyone that's in this room will be able to see this active raid and go directly to the post to begin the raid process. What else we got? Well, you can create XComs too and create X spaces by going directly, of course, to X. But once they've been created, let's say you want the entirety of the people in your community to know about your X space. So you can jump on stage, you can have a conversation, you can probably even invite people as well with you. Simple. \X space. And then you simply just type the address, https:/x.com, and whatever the space link is, right? Boom. Then ask, what would you like the next space to be called? Making a million on vacation. And voila, as you can see right there, it instantly created a live X space here where everyone in the actual community will be able to go and directly to it. Very organized, very simple. And this stays up there for its entirety. Now, same thing goes with XComs. Let's say the XCOM on X went bad, or let's say you're got a coin that's going crazy, but the dev literally did not attach any type of any type of a CTO, thread when it comes to XComs or Telegram. The community needs to be there to essentially swoop it up. Well, go ahead and create your XCOM. Boom, right? And once you do that, come back to CTO this and type in here \XCOM. And then you simply just type in the HTTPS along with the XCOM itself, right? Boom. And then of course name the XCOM. So, let's call it loot coin. Alright, and then boom. From there, what happens is there's a vote period. The entirety of the community needs to vote, and there needs to be at least 10 votes for the community to approve this as the official XCOM. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run this through so that way you can see after 10 people vote what others should see. So all we need to do is I'll just show for demonstration purposes. I'll go back to the votes here. This is where all active votes are. You'll see active votes and past votes here. We'll go into that later though. So simply go ahead and click on yes if you want to vote this. And let's say hypothetically speaking there's 10 people in this room now and they're all voting on the 9th person, and I click on yes. Boom. From that point on, it goes ahead and gets placed here in the live X communities. This is now the loot coin, for this particular CA community. And by the way, only one XCOM can be added here. Users can have the ability to also remove this XCOM by simply typing in \remove XCOM. Got a little captcha there just to make sure I'm not a bot. So let me go ahead and type that in. So, again, sorry, my bad. It was delete. Delete XCOM. It will prompt you for a vote. And of course, the 10th person will get it and remove the actual XCOM completely. Simple in, simple out. Now, another thing that you can do is if you guys in the community are trying to discuss things and trying to get a vote on it, like for example, should we create a marketing wallet, right? /votes will allow you to be able to do that. Now, because of our robotic captchas, we're making sure that no one can spam and get your experience to the point where it's just not worth your while. Anyways, everything shows up in the votes here. You can vote yes, no, etc., right? So we just voted yes, for example, right there. And they have about 5 minutes to vote. And eventually that will show up in the past here. So these are past votes that are executed. Now, something that's really cool, so that way you can understand as a community what's been done when it comes to not only raids or votes, but on the top right corner here, you can get a team announcement, of course, on what we're doing, but the CTO activity here as well. What's happening from what's votes happened today to the raids to, votes results today, 0, all that stuff happens within your community. So you have literally results that are right to your fingertips from your own CTO community. Now, if you ever get lost in the sauce, simply just go to chat commands down here, and you get an idea of all the commands you have that I just explained, from pinning things. Oh, let's actually talk about pinning things. One of the things that we decided to do is only make it so that way people can pin x.com links. This kind of gives people a little bit more of leverage, because let's say, for example, you're doing a CTO and someone in the group's like, all right, let's put together a marketing wallet. Well, instead of pinning the marketing wallet to the chat room, where obviously a lot of scams and still anonymously happen, give them a little bit more leverage by saying their wallet to their actual X community or post itself. So let's say, for example, in this case, you went ahead and posted on your X, your marketing wallet, for the public to see, or in the X community, you simply would just type in the actual post on X to where it's located and hit pin. Of course, CAPTCHA right here every once in a while. And then boom, as you can see right here, you have it pinned. Now, if you want to see it, great, you can. You can either drop it in and drop it out. The pin lasts for about 2 minutes. So that way people are not hogging up things, right? Even if it is advertisement, it's going to be directly only X links. Stop from any spam or any type of weird shit. Now, if the people in the community like the actual pin, they can just vote to extend it. By voting to extending it, if you're the other person, it gives you 2 more minutes to actually see the post. So the more votes, the more extensions that post gets. Pretty simple. Now, after all is said and done, you can easily go back to Pump's. You can easily go back to PUMP.fun yourself by simply clicking on View Pump to get back to the CA, and you're back to where you started. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's honestly the power of CTO this from a person's side when it comes to needing a right team. You can always depend on CTO having your back, and we're not going to delete our channels like you might have on XComs or Telegraph. Thank you.